Hi, my name is Terry Lee with Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. And today I'm coming to you doing a guest design team project for LineDotArrow. And the kit that we're going to be using is Vintage Floral, or Florals, I'm sorry. This is video 2 out of our 3/4 video series here. And as you can see, I've already got papers out so that we can go ahead and start papering. Now I've set some over here that I've already know where I'm going to put them, and then these are the rest of the kit of the main pages. However, I did have to print out some doubles because of the way I wanted to do the layout. So to keep track of the doubles, I left the edges on them so I knew that they were the duplicates before I put them over here. I printed out some coffee dyed paper that I had, just some random backing papers, and then I still have all the ephemera and the pockets and stuff. So now what we're going to do in this video, we're going to set these aside because I've already got this all set up. This is going to be our cover and our back. What's going to happen is when I cut the cover, it's going to go about to here. Then I'm going to start from the other side on the back and cut, and it's going to kind of overlap a little over here. But then there's the spine. So what I'm trying to go for is the effect that the picture kind of just goes all the way around. So we'll see how that works. We're going to be doing that on the inside too. I've got you're going to have to watch me ink some, because if we're going to cut them custom on camera, then I'm going to have to ink each piece as we put it down, but it usually doesn't take me very long. We're going to do the covers towards the end because we need to put the ties on when we put the covers on, and I'm not sure that I want the ties hanging around while we're doing it, but we'll decide. So those are going over there for right now. This is the next section back, so I'm going to set this to the side. And let's see, 5, 3, and 6. I have got everything. Yeah, 4 and 5. And then, oh, this is the next section as well, I think. Oh, no, actually this goes with this. I am so confused. That's what happens sometimes when you get these manila folder deals going. Okay, so the first thing is that I went ahead and cut out what I wanted to put on here, and you'll notice this is the same paper. What I did was I turned it so that they were opposites. I realized this kind of makes the flowers look upside down, but they're actually not, because the text is right side up on here and the illegible text is upside down up there, but I don't think anybody's going to notice. I know I didn't notice it first. I just wanted the effect of them matching since they're going to be here in the center, and I've gone ahead and inked them. Now we're going to be doing the back of the envelopes, so you'll see how I measured for that, but I didn't want to have to measure for every single one on camera and drive you crazy, and I've already inked them like I said, so we can just glue these down. And I numbered them. You'll notice I numbered all the pages to make it easier on me. And I marked this top because I flipped them over, so I marked the top on the back of this one so I didn't accidentally put it on the same way. Okay, so we're going to glue this on. Oh, you know what? Hold on just one second. Alexa, turn on plug 1. I left one of my lights off. And my Alexa takes care of that particular light. Yes, I know. They're always listening. Such is life. Okay, this is the top on this one. I'm going to leave a little border all the way around. We're going to do this one. That way we'll have a couple of the envelopes fronts out of the way. I can show you how to do the back on one, then you'll know how to do every single envelope. And that will save some time. My dog thinks he wants to bark. Oz. He likes to make an appearance. There he goes. Okay, I'm back. I just had crazy messages coming up on my laptop. Sorry about that. I had to take care of a little barking issue as well. I didn't want to yell or speak loudly and say stop barking in the camera or during the filming. Make you go deaf. Okay, so now we've got those. That looks nice. So now in the center, I wanted to do, this one here. But as you can see, first of all, I wouldn't want to put it across the fold anyway. But if we do it like this, we can't just cut the picture in half and do the other half here because it isn't big enough. So we need 2 copies of the same paper. So we're going to take this one, we're going to measure it over, not with my pen, measure it over with my pencil, with a little bit of a border. That's why we inked our little hearts out. A little bit of a border. And have it straight. And the fold is there, so we're going to cut it right there. Okay, and then this will give us something else we can work with. Maybe we'll put it on an envelope or do something else with it. You can see how the paper can get out of hand. And I'm setting this one to the side so I don't get it confused. I'm setting it over here now with the scraps from before when I did those 2 envelopes. Then I got 2 identical scraps and 2 more identical scraps. So we save all those. These will make great pockets or tucks. Okay, so let's make sure this fits here. Okay, then we're going to have to ink it. Oz is at the door again. 1. That might have worked. You never know. When he was little, I did 1, 2, 3 timeout, which I'm really not sure why, because no is just 1. So now he gets 2 chances. I guess I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. So now with the other side, a little bit more of a border top and bottom than I really wanted, but that's all right. We inked everything. Okay. Glue this down. But with the other one, we're going to start and try to overlap it, not overlap, but make it come up to where it looks like the picture's continuous. So we'll see if we can do that. And I'm starving. I don't know, guys. And you would think that I eat all the time because I say I'm starving every time I record a video, but it's every time I record a video, then I get hungry. So, I don't know. All right, now let's make sure it's right side up. It's directional. There's text. Plus this big flower in the middle is directional. And then we're going to want to line this up. You know, I don't know what I was thinking when I did the envelopes this way. I could have just done them, hooked them to the paper, and then you wouldn't see them like this at all. But I decided I was not going to do this, you know, another time. So that's my bad. You know what I mean? If I would have just hooked the envelope over the paper, I would have avoided all this nonsense. I have no idea what I was thinking. Okay, now we're going to take this one and we're going to go from this edge and go to the center. And that should give us pretty close. We'll have to see. Because if we line it up like this, it'd be just like trying to lay the paper across. So it's going to be a little bit of a duplication, but I believe it will still be pretty. And then that'll give us a scrap from the other side. These will make a pretty collage. When you get done, make a collage out of your scraps. If you have a lot of smaller ones. And I made the I accidentally made the mistake of well, I didn't create a mistake on purpose, but of printing one of the duplicates full size and not letting it print out the regular size that it normally would be with the larger borders. The word got lost in my head somewhere. And so if I've got it right at hand, I'll show you the difference so you can see what I mean about making sure you see. That's pretty close. Okay, so we'll glue this on and be moving right along. I hadn't planned that far ahead. I may have to put you on pause. We'll see. Of course, the timer will go at 30 minutes. That just means I'm going to have to start a second part of a second half of the video, which you won't see. It'll all be seamless. I mean, if I move a piece of paper or something, you'll notice, but it's still my computer, my old computer. So you see how that looks? It almost looks like it's lined up exactly, but it's not. I mean, it is straight across, but it almost looks like a continuous picture, even though it's not. The only problem is it's so pretty now. What are we going to put on it? You know what I mean? We'll put something down here. maybe we can make use of those scraps and make hidden pockets. Because we've got pockets, but what have I got here? Got that. Yes, see, we can make a hidden pocket here. And then we should be able to do the same over here. Okay. Let's put these together and put a note on them so I don't get them confused with the other scraps. Trying to keep my ones together that I'm... Okay, now this is going to be the back of this one and the back of this one. Let me look at that though because of the lines. But there's these on here. Yeah, the graph ones have borders too. We could just cut the graph paper out of the middle and print it. All right, let me think about that. Let's go on to the next section. I did print out that cream colored paper. We could use that for writing paper, you know, for the backs. Okay, all right. I'm just trying to get everything, not get everything confused. Things that we're going to use with things that are doubles. So let's put that in the pile of papers that isn't set aside to use. These are the covers. These are the hidden pockets. If you saw how much stuff was sitting right here, you would be amazed, because normally I don't have that much stuff all sitting around on my desk. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 big projects going, plus the tag a week and the 2 page by pages. So there you go. So now let me see. Think about just putting this on the back. You can always put a pocket or something on it. I'm just not sure now. I thought I knew what I wanted to do. I think what I really want to do is use the graph paper out of the middle. And then I can always print out a 3rd and a 4th if I need to. So we're going to cut this one here. And then we'll cut this one here. Yeah, and we'll do that first, and that'll save the flowers, and then we'll do the length. So I wonder if we're going to run into that same problem on the next section. I may have to rethink the next section. Okay, so we have the width. Want it to be that long. Which way do I want it? Do I want it with just the brown? Yeah, I think so. So I erased my mark. Oh, there it is. And then instead of using the exact same on this side, I think we'll use a different one. You know, different writing paper. So you cover the fronts and the backs of the envelopes the exact same way, the way I just showed you. I'm going to hopefully find one that I haven't looked at the other envelope to see what I want to put on it. Otherwise, I would show you measuring the front, but it's just like measuring the back. You know what? Let me put you on hold for just 1 second. Okay, we're back. You'll notice a few things are different. What I've decided to do is to show you how to completely do one side, and the little writing card that goes inside. We forgot to think about that. I forgot to trim the edge, but it's okay. I do it all the time. And another side note, which I think I might have mentioned, is instead of putting the envelopes over the top of the manila folder, I should have tucked them behind the paper and then you wouldn't have seen them at the top. I do it that way all the time and I have no idea why I did it this way on this one. So I apologize, and I apologize to Natalie for my mess up. But so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to cover the envelope. Since I had already done the two front ones, what I decided to do is do like I did on the front with the opposites, but I wanted to have a lot of writing space. So instead of using the flower and the flower, I decided to use the buttons and the buttons. Okay, I turned the pages around. The writing is diagonal, so I'm not worried that it is technically kind of upside down. I like the look of it, and I like the graph for writing, and so that's what I'm going to do. You can obviously, since we're just doing this section and we're not doing this section on camera at all, this next section right here, we won't be doing this on camera at all. I'm going to do that afterwards, or not after the video, but I mean after this video, and then we'll come back and we'll look at an envelope and a couple of the embellishments. I've printed out this much, or cut out this much. We have a small folio. This is obviously more than what we're going to use, but I'm going to show you how to make one of the envelopes. I'm going to show you how to use 2 of the pockets, and I'm going to show you how to make the hidden pockets as well. So we're going to try to fit the hidden pockets and the writing cards for this into the last half of this video. Okay, and then the regular pockets, I'll show you how to make them, and then you'll know how to use them if you want to use them instead of the hidden pockets. This isn't a extensive tutorial. This is just to show you the kit, show you a possibility, and then let you run with it with your own ideas. Okay? All right, so let's set that up there. Now, to cover these envelopes is very simple. You just take the paper and you do it just like I did these. So we are going to get a little bit of this red flower, so that's kind of nice. So we're going to mark it, and then we're going to mark it, and remember to leave your little bit of a border. I have papers everywhere, which is not my normal MO. I just laid all that stuff right there, and I knew it was going to be in the way. And the reason I'm not really sure where I left off, and I apologize, is because I kind of paused you yesterday. And now it's today. If I hadn't paused you, if I had stopped you, I could go back and look and see. But since I paused you, then you were paused. And I couldn't rewind you and look. Oops. Don't forget to do your papers. I do sometimes. You have to pull them off real quick before the glue dries and ink them. Not a fun habit to get into. You could probably tell by the fact that I'm wearing a different shirt as well that it's the next day. Quick change artist. You ever seen those in the magic shows? I don't know how they do that. I mean, I do know how they do it. I know exactly how they do it, actually, but it still amazes me, the speed that they can do it with, and how they can hide all the dresses below each other. Well, and inside those tubes and behind the screens. But the ones at the end, when they do it with the when they just flick the feathers or throw the glitter, it's just amazing. I love watching them. It's so much fun. Okay, so we're just going to put this on. Make sure that it's straight. Okay, now we're going to make a hidden pocket on each side on this. Once I show you how to do one, you'll know how to do the other. I'm trying very hard not to make this a 4-video tutorial because I can show you enough in 3. Now, I want to make my hidden pocket, and you need to line it up perfectly. I think I want to, gosh, I really like this flower. I think maybe I will make it a side tuck, actually. So I think I'll go to here. That way I can get that whole flower in again. I could just do diagonal across this corner though. I'd still have the flower, it's on the page. So if I go from here, diagonal to here, that would give us a pocket that's pretty good sized. And then we can blend it right in. I'm going to take this off. It's just to show you. Okay, just stay there. All right, so to do this, you're going to start at your top mark, lay your paper in and put your top mark on your cutting edge right here, and then make sure you go diagonal down to, to your bottom mark. So I'm going to put my bottom mark on here as well, top mark, bottom mark, and hold the paper so it doesn't move. And then just cut it, and you have your diagonal pocket, which isn't as big as I thought it was going to be. See, I wish it had been bigger. I should have made it bigger. Now, on a hidden pocket, you're only going to ink the outside. You don't want people to see the inside, but you have to ink the outside so it matches the rest of the page. Okay, so I have another print of this page, I believe, in with my duplicates. Actually, I don't, because I would rather have a bigger pocket. But we can put this one in, and it will still hold a writing card or something else you want to put in. We have some big tags. I haven't cut those out. I thought they might be too big for this folio, but now that I think about it, it might be okay. Oops, and I just inked what I didn't want to ink. Yeah, it's enough that you can see it. So much for it being hidden. If I wasn't talking and I was paying attention, you don't want to ink this edge. So I am not going to glue this one down because then I won't be happy with it. What I'll do is the one on the other side. I really like this writing on here. So we're going to go up higher and out farther. And in fact, let's go up to here. And we'll just go to this corner. That should give us a bigger pocket. And then I'll show you on this one. And then I'll redo the other one. And out of all that ephemera, I still haven't cut out any of this. So, yeah. So there's quite a bit for you to choose from, depending on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Yeah, see, that's a lot bigger. That's how I meant to do it. Okay, this time, I'm only going to ink the outside. And that matches the side and the bottom of the page. And then when we put the pocket in, we make sure that it lines up completely. And then you won't see that it's there. Okay? I'm just going to have to kind of finagle it and make sure. So you want to glue these two sides, this side and that side. So put your thumb, your fingers on the side you don't want to glue. Put the glue on the other two sides, which are the ones that form an L, or the 90-degree angle. You have to make sure it lines up exactly, or the illusion doesn't work. There you go. Now it's very hard to see that the pocket is actually there because everything is lined up. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then we'll, you can put a writing card in there. You can put 2 of the large tags. You know what I mean. When we come back, I'll have that part done. And then let's do, let's cut this open. Do I want the top loading, or do I want the side? I really don't want to cover that. Let's do I think it might look kind of nice to have the little tabs facing in. There's no tabs in the kit, but it's easy enough. You just cut 2 squares and then you fold it in half. So, and glue it on the writing card. So you're just going to trim this a little teeny bit. I actually find this easier to do once the paper's on, because then the envelope doesn't come apart. Except I'm talking and not trimming. So now that should open up your envelope on the top. Okay, so that you can put a card in here. Now we just need to re-ink this a little bit. Okay, and then we'll do the other one. You know, it would be kind of fun to do one from the top and one from the side. I want them to match, though. That was the whole point. Then I should cut the tops off both. See, I do much better when, when I'm not talking at the same time. So now you have your double pockets. See how this envelope came apart? Which is totally fine. Forgot I hadn't covered the back of this one yet. Now, I don't worry about gluing this to the paper. I probably should on a vertical pocket, but so I'll put just a little drop of glue there, and that should fix my problem. Actually, it shouldn't really catch on the way in and out. The paper will really pretty much hold that shut, but I didn't do the paper first. Okay, so now I printed on the back of some of these because I thought they would make nice writing cards. I didn't trim the edges because I didn't know if I wanted to use some of it as a page, even though it's printed on the back. I think this one would make pretty writing cards. You want the graph on one side, it's nice, and this on the other. This would also make a pretty writing card. I think we might use this as our large writing card. Oh, I don't know. This would make a really good large writing card, wouldn't it? For up here. Okay, let's do that for that one. And then for our smaller writing cards, let's not use, we won't use the same page. Kind of like this. Well, I like them all, but I think I like that one for the writing cards. So let's set that to the side, and we'll trim this one. Like I said, I didn't trim it because I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not. I didn't want to mix it in with the others as well, the one-sided ones for the pages. So I waited. And that's when you notice that the upper and lower margins, top and bottom margins, are bigger than normal. Oh, for goodness sakes. And that's, part of it is my printer. I have an ornery printer. Which, in fact, I looked online to see why it had one larger margin on one side than it did on the other, and the website said they don't service it anymore, so apparently you can't even get customer service for it anymore. All right, so now to make our writing cards, we're not going to deal with this one, and we're just going to do this one. Then I want this part inside, so I'm going to stick this in here like so, and then take this, and it will give us a guesstimate as to how wide we need it, and then we'll just trim it down as we need. It'll take us a few tries to get it down all the way, because you've got the glue, you know what I mean? You have to take into account the glue and everything. And then we'll cut the height. And we're going to cut it just a little bit narrower right now because I cut it crooked. And then this would be the writing card for the other side. Don't need to hardly trim any off at all. I'm going to trim it off from the side that's not the flowers. Remember, this is printed on the back, so it looks like coffee dyed paper. Okay. Always pay attention where the other end of your pencil is. Now this should go down in there. I think I was trying to push it in between. It would fit if I kind of forced it, but I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to cut thumb holes. There we go. There we go. I don't want to have to cut thumb holes. So I'm actually, instead of tabs, I'm going to have this stick out a little bit. So I'm going to mark it here. Having trouble with my hands this morning. I apologize. So that fits right in there. That. I may still need to do a tab. We'll do that in the next video. We'll do the covers and the tie in the next video, and one of the pre-made pockets, and I'll show you how to do the envelope. And that's all we're going to have time to do in the third envelope, in the third video, I think. And then you'll be able to go on and take all of these beautiful embellishments and put them where you want and make it your own and make it unique. Okay? Okay, I know that was a bit of a weird jump. I was going to make a third video, and then I realized all we really had left to do was the cover and the tie. Since there's all of this ephemera, but I'm making mine as a flat mailer, so I'm trying to not put envelopes and things in, but there's all of this ephemera and more for you to decorate yours with. So I'm just going to show you how to do the cover and the tie. And I made the writing card, and I made it the exact same way. I put it in part way, just like I showed you how to do with the envelopes. So I put it in part way and measured where I thought it should be. And then the only other thing I did different was I rounded the corners. And I may go back around the corners on the other ones. I think it might look better. So all we have to do the covers is to put the ties on. Now this is just hemp cord, well, string, twine, whatever. And I measured to the center right there. Don't write it your mark too close to the edge because you'll be able to see it, remember, because you've got that little border. So we're going to glue this down. I've never used this material before, and it almost looks like it's going to be giving me a hard time when I go to glue it down. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Fabri-Tac should work with it. If I can get it to stick down long enough to stick the paper over it, then I'll be fine. I want it to be straight. All right, you. If I can just get it to stick there long enough for the Fabri-Tac to grab a hold of it. Marvelous. Here's our cover. Oops, here's one of the pieces. I actually had them laid out on the inside, and then I realized we didn't really have enough time because I really did need to do this in 2 videos, and I always get too long-winded. In other words, I have a big mouth. Now, I took 2 pages. I printed this out twice like I told you I was going to, and then I just measured and cut it just like on the inside. And you'll notice how flat that still is, and it would go inside of a 6x9 envelope. You'd have to pay a little extra postage because it's a little puffy. But if you put too much more in, you know what I mean, and you're intending on sending it as just a little card or a writing journal to someone, a little gift, then like I said before, then you'll have to give it to them in person or put it in a bigger envelope. But the intent for this was to show you the kit and to show you how you can make something that's flat that you can mail. Oh, that hemp looks really nice as a tie with this. Look at that. Looks good. Make sure you get your paper stuck down really well on either side of it. Because this being a string, if you yank it this way, you have a good chance of ripping your paper. You have to be really careful. Okay, let's flip it over and do the other side. All I had to do was find the cord. I guess I could have used a piece of tape over it, over the glue. Don't hold it down, but if you take your fingers away long enough, then it doesn't stay. There we go. Let's put our glue on here. But this page I really liked. This is the one that had the square in the center. So I made the writing card out of that. But it's just like when we made the cards that go in the envelopes. Nothing different, nothing special. It's just we're going to put it in the top. And I'll show you where we, in case you forgot where we had our pocket. So that means this is going to be just a little bit over an hour, but okay, now you want to make sure, okay, that's right side up, that's right side up, that you put your back on right side up. Don't even ask me how many times I've had to redo a book cover. Not a folio, thank goodness, yet. But a book cover. Or resew in a signature where I sewn one in upside down versus all the other ones. Okay, and then we just tie that shut. And then trim it. Obviously it's going to need to be trimmed, I would think. This card goes right inside the front cover here. right there. This is our front cover. And this is our card. And it goes right in here. And it went right down in there a minute ago. There we go. And you can just leave it like that. Okay, so this is what we've got. We've got, this opens like this. Now I haven't decorated anything. Remember that. Okay, then this opens and this opens. This is our hidden pocket once you take the writing card out. This is, I put this on, it's just a hidden side pocket. Once you take the card out, it matches the image up. We've got cards in both of these, which I'm going to go back around the corners on. Then I did on the back page, here's the flip, and I left the writing area, and I think I'm going to put that little clock right there. There's a little piece of ephemera that looks like a clock. And then of course you're going to want to do something, you know, in here. Remember, not too much or you won't be able to mail it. You could just leave it as writing space as well. And then there's our back. Okay, so this kit is really pretty. I really like it. And I hope you enjoyed your speed version of making one of these. As you know, I have videos that are longer, you know, that go into more detail and all that good stuff. But this is to, you know, most design team things are flip throughs and you never kind of really know how they made them. So I thought, well, hey, I will do a small tutorial. And so there you go, and there it is. And I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.